Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with you with another Dragons Dogma 2 video. We just did our character creator, and now I'm looking on their website, and it looks like Capcom has released some lore regarding a few of the characters, the main characters you'll run into in this game. Let's go through here. This is on their website if you want to look it up yourself, or you can listen along as I go through it. This is my first time seeing it. Characters. This world has inhabitants of various races, each with their own agendas and motivations. Here are some of the characters who play a deep role in the Arisen story. Your relationship with them will differ greatly depending on your own actions. So it sounds like the Arisen here will have a ton of choices, and they will affect your relationship, how different story and quest rewards and the opposite of rewards will go as the game plays out. So possibly characters will kill off other characters depending on your actions. We'll just have to see. And they have a few things here. The dragon, let's see, what does it say about the dragon? Symbol of the world's destruction, soars through the sky with its massive wings and breathes flames that scorch everything in its path. Some are terrified by its descent, while others revere it as a god. So it sounds like as you go through this, you know, the ultimate enemy will probably be the dragon. They will probably be the final boss, but it sounds like there are some faiths of dragon believers who may also be enemies and try to stop the Arisen, which is you. You are the Arisen. Here we go. The Arisen, whom the player controls. Their heart is taken by the dragon. As you can see, this kind of reminds me of like Elden Ring or the sign from Dark Souls 3, that armor, I forget their name, but in Dark Souls 3, the DLC, Ring City DLC, you got some of the guys with armor with this symbol on them. Their heart is taken by the dragon, setting them on the path where they must slay the dragon. And of course, that puts them against anyone who reveres the dragon as part of their faith. And then we have pawns, mysterious otherworldly beings devoted to serving the Arisen. With their character uniquely determined by the player and controlled by AI, they make gameplay feel like you are accompanied by others. So these are kind of your party members on this adventure. You're going to go on an adventure. You're going to have a main pawn who's with you all the time, unless you pick them up and throw them off a cliff or into water where they drown. But they will follow you around all the time. They will support you, and you can actually hire... We don't know how many yet, but I think I've seen more than 4 players on screen. So multiple pawns can be hired to fill out your party: mage, archer, warrior, whatever you feel like you need to complete the task at hand. Now we get into the good stuff. Some of the lore, diverse of characters that shape your story. Now these characters here are... I just saw them. I'm not sure when they were released on here. It kind of goes on the backstory, what each of these main characters that you'll run into, who they are. So Ulrika, the young leader of Melv, she has a strong sense of responsibility and trains diligently to protect her people. When the Arisen was wounded in the dragon attack, she nursed them back to health. So this looks like the starter NPC, the first NPC you'll run into that helps you out. In Dragons Dogma 1, she didn't have too much of a role. We really just ran into her once, maybe saw her a couple times here and there, but she didn't have a main role in the story. We'll see. They might have a different role coming up. They got a couple pictures here of her. This is her in non-combat gear, it looks like. Pretty cool. Let's move on to Nadinia, the leader of Batal and Battle. We'll see what it's called when the game comes out. And High Priestess to the Lambent Flame. That Lambent Flame must be a faith, and it really sounds like a faith that likes fire. So it's they probably revere the dragon. I have a feeling Nadinia is going to end up being kind of an enemy of the Arisen, maybe a political enemy. Educated as a royal from an early age, she became the head of her nation at a young age. She has earned the trust of the people of Batal thanks to her kindness and her desire for peace and prosperity in the nation. Well, now that I read the second half, maybe she's a good character. Next character, Brant, the honest and righteous captain of the palace guard. He has been demoted among the royal court for opposing the Queen Regent. A concern for the best interests of Vermont, he offers his cooperation to the Arisen. Brant sounds like our main man. He's going to be backing us up as the real Arisen, because we've already seen in some of the trailers that the Queen, who we'll get to next, has her own political desires, and it sounds like she has her own Arisen, a fake Arisen, that will Well, we don't know that it's fake. We're guessing it's fake. But maybe this time around there's multiple Arisens. We'll just have to see as we play through. But Brant sounds like he's on our side and not the fake Arisen. Now we get on to Disa, the queen to the previous sovereign of Vermont. She took charge of the kingdom's government after his death. She schemes to install her beloved son Sven as the next king. That reminds me of the moose from Frozen. But anyways, she has the grace and haughtiness of royalty and is cool-headed and disdainful, excuse me. So she is definitely a political rivalry. She could probably hire assassins to get rid of the real Arisen. I have a feeling she's going to be trouble for our story, but I'm going to guess there's going to be some twist where she ends up helping us in the end, or we befriend her or something. Just kind of a guess, because they're really pushing for us to hate Disa. Did we miss any photos? Yeah, we did. Brant has a couple photos. Okay, that's cool. And Nadinia has a couple photos. Just of her praying. Okay. Let's go on to Menella, a beastren who leads the guard of the lambent flame. Protecting the high priestess and her acolytes, she is fiercely loyal to Empress Nadinia, who treats her people equally. Following that example, she is concerned about discrimination between races and strives to be more righteous herself. So these characters actually sound really good. They're put in a good light. Menella and Nadinia. So maybe it's less of revering the dragon and revering the Arisen with the dragon's heart. But we'll just have to see as the story goes on. They might be our allies. They might eventually be against us when we try to slay the dragon. Next up is Wilhelmina. Say that 10 times fast. Proprietress. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bad at saying words. So that's what we're going with. Of the Rose Chateau in Vermont's capital. Her patrons include many influential members of the nobility. An enigmatic woman, she combines her enchanting charm with intelligence and open-mindedness. Wow, that's a mouthful of words right there. I like her. I'm a big fan. She looks very intelligent. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Look, see the feathers on that fan she has. Boy, this game has some awesome details, as we saw in that character creator. I can't wait to jump into this game. She sounds like she's going to be an ally to the Arisen, but just not enough that we know about her yet. Sven, the beloved son of Queen Regent Disa and a candidate to become the next consul ruler. He is not party to his mother's conspiracies and is concerned with doing what is right. He has a princely elegance, but his boyish sincerity sometimes turns to naivety. Well, I like his look that he's going on. That's a big hat for his head, though. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Sven yet. It's obvious he doesn't know what's going on, that his mother's pushing for him to be king or the next consul ruler. I have a feeling he's going to make some bad choices, and we're going to have to bail him out. Let's see. Glyndwr. This is the first elf we've seen. We've made a couple elves in Character Creator because it lets us play with their ears, but this is the first elf we've run into, a young elf with an air of gentleness and timidity that is rare among the usually haughty elves. He is interested in the tools humans use and is fluent in human language. He despairs his lack of skill in archery, which is essential for an elven guard. So he's an elven guard. They have told us that, there are a couple new races, of course, the beastren and now the elves. Who all have their own language, and I guess learning each language will be a skill a pawn can learn. Something pretty cool there to check out. I wonder if there's specific quests for your pawn to learn those languages, or for you to learn those languages, or if you even can. We'll just have to see, because I don't think elves was a race that you could create. Maybe it'll be a DLC. That would be cool. Let's move on to Doireann, sister of Glyndwr. She too hails from the elves' home in the forest depths, a quiet, refined young woman with elegant manners. Due to her older brother's influence, she understands a few words of human language and is kind and welcoming to those of other races. Let's see. Very nice. I have a feeling she'll get in trouble and we'll have to save her to make the brother happy. That's my guess, but we'll see. We'll see. Lennart, fighting maester and a swordsman who has long served the fortress elves of Melv. With his exceptional swordsmanship and leadership skills, he has held the fort and protected the land from the dragon. Although already retired, his skills show no signs of waning. He served the fortress village of Melv, and Ulrika is the young leader of Melv. So she must be the daughter of Lennart here. And we'll see what happens there. I'm going to guess Lennart dies. And Ulrika makes it her mission to avenge Lennart. That would be pretty cool. That would give the starting character, starting NPC that finds us more reason to be involved in the story. We'll see how that goes. Next up is Sigurd. So the Mystic Spearhand Maester, he hunts dragons for his own personal reasons. This is the Dragoon of Dragons Dogma. I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy 14. Here's your Dragoon. This guy hates dragons, and we'll see if he actually hates the Arisen starting off because he has a dragon heart, but we'll have to see. He's a quiet man with an inquisitive mind, and he constantly trains to improve his fighting skills and unique style. He's obsessed with the extermination of dragonkind and wanders the world in pursuit of dragons. And I bet Sigurd is the one you learn how to be a mystic swordsman from. I didn't see any of the other trainers on here. Maybe we learn how to be a warrior from Lennart. Let's see, who else could we learn from? Maybe Wilhelmina is the sorceress trainer. Real exciting stuff. Luz, Vermundian court oracle and trickster maester. So I bet she teaches you how to be the trickster. Out of fear for her life over speaking out against the false Arisen taking the throne, she is currently in hiding. So we'll find her, we'll do some quests for her, and she'll teach us how to be a trickster. Awesome. Really nice. Again, this is all on Dragons Dogma 2 website. There's tons of stuff. We covered character creation and pawns. We have another video on this website about the vocations and different vocations you can choose right off the bat, as well as the advanced vocations and the vocations that are exclusive just to the Arisen, which is you, that pawns cannot do. So go check that out. I hope to see you guys when this game releases. We'll be doing a Let's Play and I'll be streaming the game. I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments what you think about the different characters. If you have any thoughts on what might happen in the story, I'd love to hear it. I'll be trying to do some lore videos as we go along, and I'll see you next time.